Right, here we are at the fabulous Southfield, and this is not an open. This is the start of a very special event. This is the Feeder King Qualifier 1, Q1. Get tickets for this, and to be honest with you, I turned up today and I expected 30 women fishing, and but there's none turned up. I'm not quite sure why, but on the list there were 30 women who all got tickets, so they must have sent their husbands today. Anyway, that's what it is. Somebody will get me about that one. But anyway, we've got to qualify, and the final's in, I don't believe, October. But we've got to get there. It's so hard to qualify because what it is 60 anglers here today, and what you've got to do is 3 zone. Hey, look at that! The man himself, the legendary Parko, Captain Parko. What a man! Eh? We've all got tin hats ready round here now. Everybody round here wears a tin hat when he's here. Pete Parkinson, legend round here. What a man. Sorry, where were I? And what you got to do, it's split into 3 20s, and you have to win one of your 20 peg zones. And if you win one of your 20 peg zones, you'll go through to the final and take, hopefully, Jordan Scott's title. And the winner wins £10,000. So it's a big match in our match calendar, and it starts now here today. So basically, I have drawn 69. That'll take some licking today, and so is it any good? Well, not today. I don't want to be down here. So my zone goes from 51 to Sean there on 70. There you go. That's the M peg. So I'm next to M peg. So my zone goes 51 to 70. I've got to win that. If I win that, or whoever wins it goes through to the final to fish for £10,000. And the title of Feeder King 2023, a title I've not got. I was 4th a couple of years ago, and then I think it was last year, only 4 anglers caught fish, which was the strangest match I've ever fished in my life. And you just needed 1 pull, £2, wasn't it? Which were unbelievable. It was the strangest match I've ever fished. So what's happening today? So like I say, I'm next to MPEG. The wind's changed and it's coming down this direction, but it's cold. I can't tell you how cold it is. And this is what we call shallows. It's probably 3 foot deep here instead of 3 foot 1, which is up there. I'd have been happy drawing 51 to 60 today. I think that's where it'll be qualified. I think it's a bit early for down here, but I'll tell you now, these pegs here will qualify on 1 or 2 of the matches. It could be today, but I'm not so sure about it being today. But we'll see. You know what it's like fishing. So I've got my new gear. Look at that gear. Yeah, what about that? Make sure you come to Bait and Tackle in Doncaster on Saturday. We've got an open day to show you all our new products. There you go, look at all this. I'm beginning to look like a nitro man now, aren't I? It's all been coming in. That's my ground bait. The ground bait I've been catching quite a lot of fish on. I'm really chuffed with it at the moment. My worm tubs, look, they are fantastic. If you don't use one of them, you've got to get them. They are fantastic. Dendras in there, red worms, it's smaller one, there's 2 sizes. 2 rods set up today, and straightforward. I've got Solus 13, Solus 12, and Horizon reels. So there you go, straightforward. And you know the bait drill: maggots, worms. It's all. Can't use pellets on here or anything like that, so I can't use my normal baits. And basically that's about it. All nicely set up. We're all ready, and that's about it. Now then, I'm a bit worried about that tractor there going past all my cars over there, all the cars, but hopefully there'll be no scratches. So how am I going to fish it? Well, other day I had £24 just up there, 55 peg, and best weight along this bank, and I caught him at 60. So I'm going to fish 60 to start with, and I've set a 50 up, but I'll be very surprised if I pick it up. I think it'll be a 1 rod day, cast it out, and just hope I get 3 or 4 pulls, and the right size fish, and nobody catches up there. Because I think that's all you're going to need. I think you're only going to need like 4 fish or something like that, and you can catch them at last half hour. And traditionally down here, that's what happens. You catch them last half hour, they come late. So it's what it is. But I don't fancy it. I want it to be further up. There you go, Mr. Bryden there. Look at him in red, waving at us. They all want to be on my videos, don't they? And I've got Sean there. Look, next peg. And the man on the other side of him is probably the best angler on here, Trev Parkin. he is Mr. Consistency on here, and he catches loads of fish. He's got park out to the side, so as well. So it was one thing for sure, we're gonna have a laugh. Let's hope we get a few fish as well as a good laugh. I'll let you know. Well, I know nothing about fishing, absolutely nothing. I've been fish caked. I thought we're struggling for a bite down here. Look at them two, eh? Look at them, eh? Taking Michael. Them two, Eddie Bryden. Oh, sugar. I'll tell you what, we'll do it live on camera. I'm just going to Brett my frigging out of this. Look at faces. Look at them, eh? Eh? Where is it?
It's been an honour.
No, it ain't. Yeah.
Oh.
Here you go, mate.
Thank you, Tommy. Did we have one or no?
Well, everybody can have way our fish today. Well done, pal. Right, report. This is going to be horrible. Only continue if you want to hear and see a grown man cry. You come on here and I know nothing, honestly. Well, the other day I fished up there, £24. Battered everybody around me, had a great day, and I can't get my head around it. Sean at MPEG's going to qualify with £22-ish. This fished a good match, 45 yards, something like that. Fish brilliant. Third half, I thought we were going to get £50. And then Mr. Parkin, he had 3 or 4 little skimmers, and he got 3 big ones when I come into 45, and he's got £16. I think they'll be first and second at match. What have I got? £5. £5. And I caught a £2.5 bream last cast with a minute to go. In fact, I said it, I'm going to get one last cast, and it went round and I got one. Why? I have not got a clue. No signs, no indication. Didn't have a bite for 3 hours. Mind you, to be fair, Trev didn't, so it's what it was. And everybody's had 2 or 3 up there, and I just can't get my head around it. And Sean fished good match, fished 45. If that third out we were getting that many, I thought we were going to get 40 to £50. He's probably got a dozen fish, and I've got 3 skimmers, a bream and a perch. So I've been fish caked, absolutely got nothing out of it. And what have I done wrong? Not a clue. Not a clue. The only thing I did wrong, Trev went back out and he'd had 3 big ones out at 55, 60 metres, and I come off it because Sean were catching at 45. So I've had a bad day at office. I'm going to weigh in. I'm not like people like Eddie Bryden who drive off Paul Cannon with Monk on. I'm weighing and take it on the chin, and that's how it goes. So we'll see. But I'll let you know how well, I know I've got £5 and no to come, but I'll have my report in a bit. Bread and dripping, that's all we deserve. So got a good hiding today. It's what it is, isn't it? Sometimes you come away, especially from Southfield, and it is the weirdest place, and you come thinking, how did I catch them? And then you come away today and you go, why did I catch them? And there ain't really no answers. Probably mistake I made was Sean, who's qualified at MPEG, well done mate, fished a good match, fished about 40, it looked 45 metres, and I fished 60. And then when he started catching, I put a couple of feederfuls in at 45, and and then after about two and a bit hours, I had my first bite, a little skimmer, and just couldn't catch out. And I caught at 60 the other day, and then third hour, Sean just went nuts. So I went into 45, got a few indications, got 2 skimmers, not big fish, like 12 ounce and a pound, and then they just went. And even Sean only had one, I think, in one skimmer in the last hour and a half, and then. What they call him, other side of me, he went in and he got 3 bream fishing 60 metres where we'd been fishing most of the time. Well, it looked 60, it might have been a bit shorter, but I think it was like 58, 60 metres. And I was like, oh, what do I do? And so I picked it up, went back out for the last half hour, had a big liner at 10 to, cast back in, and got one £2.5. So perhaps a mistake I made was coming short, following Sean, trying to follow the fish, and we're getting 2 or 3 indications, stuck at it, thinking that they've come in, and they hadn't. They went back out, and so I got smashed up good and proper. £20 one side. He's I don't know, his second, third match and qualified, and then Trev other side of me had £13 in his one section. So in right area, I didn't fancy it. I really didn't fancy it down that end. I thought Otfish should be at 50s, but what do I know? And what did I go wrong? I wish I'd have just stopped at 60 all day. I wish I'd have stopped there all day and took my medicine, because it was MPEG to me right, and you do catch sometime. But I tried to chase them and catch, because we're trying to qualify. We're not trying to get it money. We're trying to qualify. And I knew that I needed to catch some bigger fish. A bit like Trev did. Trev come in short as well, but then he went back longer before me, and he got 2 in 2 puts, come short, and then we both went long, and then he got one more than I got one at end. So bit disappointed really. I didn't fancy it, but there were some fish there, so I can't really grumble. But that's Southfield for you. Honestly, sometimes you go there and you think, like last week I had £24 note round me, and I went, why did I catch them? And then today you go, well, why didn't I catch them? It's quite weird, but that's fishing. You haven't got to get a lot wrong there. You only got to be on the wrong line at the wrong time, and that's all I did today. I just wish I'd have sat at 60 and took my medicine short off Sean at next peg. But that's fishing. That's how it goes. On to the next one. And the only good thing is tried a bitumen new tattle today, and I must admit that a Horizon 5000 reel is very nice, 60 odd quid. I'll tell you something, we're going to sell tons of them. If you're after a new reel and you don't want to pay a lot of money, have a look at that Horizon 5000 for that type of fishing. I must admit, that's nice, that, and I won't have any problems using that one little bit. And so I'm happy with line and braid and stuff like that. So things are all right that side. I've just had a bad match, and I've got to get a ticket for next round. So I've got my begging bowl out. Anybody for round 2 who've got a spare ticket, I'll take it off your hands. Thank you, because I really, really want to get to the final. Anybody that don't want, let me know, and I'll take it off you. So, no Chinese, not even bread and dripping. Don't deserve it. Poor old Ben. I don't know what I'm going to feed him, because I don't deserve no. But anyway, have a great night.